Hi, I'm Ashley Collier, the Mortgage Maven, and this is your daily market report for Wednesday, August 20th. Today we saw mortgage-backed securities improve by 7 basis points. The 10-year U.S. Treasury also improved by 1 basis point to a level just below 430. And yesterday was a very flat day in the market, but we did hear from Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on CNBC. He said that starting around Labor Day, he's going to kick off the interviews of 11 candidates for the next Fed chair president, and he's going to hopefully narrow down that list to present his recommendations to Donald Trump later on this year. We also heard from the Zillow housing report for blended rents showing that rents are actually decelerating. In the month of July, the annualized pace went from 2.9 to 2.6%. So why is it that PCE, personal consumption expenditures, and CPI, the consumer price index, show shelter costs so much higher? It's because they're not using real-time data from sources like Zillow. They're using the BLS, and the BLS is using imputed data and really poor methodology, such as owner's equivalent rent, which is 1/3 of the rating for shelter costs, where they call homeowners and they ask the question, what would you rent your home for? And unfortunately, homeowners are really not aware of the massive vacancy rate that they have in housing right now. And in fact, it's over 7%. And that means rents have been coming down, but homeowners aren't aware of that. So that number is really, really, really off. And hopefully that methodology gets changed. All hope is on EJ Antoni, the new head of the BLS, to change that. Jackson Hole Symposium kicked off today and ends on Friday. When after that's done on Friday, we're going to hear from Jerome Powell. And his comments will probably be the most market-moving event that we have this week, so you will want to tune in on Friday. We also got Q3 GDP estimates. Now, this is remember, GDP is annualized, and the Q3 is just 1/4 of that annualized pace. But from Atlanta, New York, St. Louis Feds, plus JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, those estimate ranges anywhere from -0.3% to a positive 2.3%. So it'll be interesting to see where that actually lands. And then the MBA said the average rate today is 6.68%, down just ever so slightly. And that's because the mortgage rate spread is actually narrowing, which is great news. So have a great day and tune in tomorrow for the next daily market update.